I got to a point where I was tired and I wanted to take the easy way out.
James White III dropped out of high school at 17. No diploma and no direction. White landed in a life of crime.
When you're in the environment, it seems normal. It seems normal to sell drugs. It seems normal to just do things that right now I would think is just preposterous.
By 21, White was in prison for armed robbery, aggravated assault, and burglary. He spent 2 years of his life behind bars.
Most people that get incarcerated where I'm from, when you get out, it starts to be redundant. You do it and you do it again and you go back, you get out and you do it again.
When he got out, not much had changed until he met his first mentor.
And this older lady, she looked at me and she said, "Son, pull your pants up." And she said, "Are you in school?" And I said, "No, ma'am." She said, "Do you want to go to school?" And the rest is history.
A few months later, she helped get him into Benedict College.
Benedict College gives anyone a second chance to make a first impression.
It was at Benedict where he met a lifelong mentor on the 5th anniversary of his release from prison, Gil Knowles.
I go around the country and I participate in programs that impact black male achievement. And I was here at Benedict conducting a session. And there were about 50 young men in this session, but there was one that really stood out. And it was James. And he told his story. And I liked the fact that he was very transparent. And I just remember saying, this is a sharp young brother, regardless of his past.
Do you feel like your past is hindering you or has hindered you in any way from moving forward?
Well, that's a good one. I think that people will always have their perspective, which is really subjective, but I won't allow it to hinder me. A lot of people, if they're convicted of a felony, they don't want to talk about it. They just use it as stumbling blocks. People find out about these types of things, not me. It's the first thing out of my mouth.
He does not hide his past, not even from the South Carolina Attorney General.
Alan Wilson, the Attorney General, I told him my story, and it took about 15 minutes. And the first thing I said to him was, I was a convicted felon. That's the first thing out of my mouth. 15 minutes later, after that story, you know what he said to me? "You had me at convicted felon," and he hired me.
White's life is miles from what it used to be. He credits his mentors for opening his eyes to his potential and his appetite.
I've written so many letters of recommendation for him. It's okay, James, what now? But he's hungry, and I like the fact that he's hungry. It's all about exposure. Many of our young people, they live in their environments, and that's what they absorb. That's all they know. So they must go beyond their 3-mile radius imaginations and environments. And there's a whole new world out there. And I believe the more you're exposed, particularly through education, the better off you'll be, the happier you'll be, and you'll say, wow, look what I was missing.
White graduated from Benedict with a 3.9 GPA, where he said the hood took on a whole new meaning. Not only did he graduate summa cum laude, but he also received the distinction of being awarded Most Outstanding Senior for his graduating class.
I'm just in such a great space looking back on where I was just 4 years ago, man. It's unbelievable. Really, it's really unbelievable.
It has not been an easy road for James White III, but he says the struggle and perseverance have made him a better person.
It's been a wonderful journey. I'm still humble. I'm still thankful and grateful, and the sky's the limit.